A deadly explosion in a small Texas town. Congress and President Barack Obama are announcing a major overhaul to prevent it from happening again. An executive order came down from the president's office this afternoon to improve the safety and security of chemical facilities across the country.
It is a direct reaction to what happened in West Texas this spring. KXAN political reporter Josh Hinkle has been following these developments very closely.
Nope. Are you serious? Yeah.
Some have called it a disaster waiting to happen.
I can't hear.
A deadly fertilizer plant explosion in the town of West was the focus on Capitol Hill today in Washington.
As a Texan, this tragedy feels especially personal.
Texas Congressman Michael McCall says very little was known about the facility before the April blast.
The local residents complained about the strong smell of ammonia, a smell so potent it burned their eyes.
On the heels of that hearing, President Obama issued an executive order for federal agencies to review safety rules at chemical facilities.
We may not all live here in Texas, but we're neighbors too. We're Americans too, and we stand with you.
14 people died in West that day, a day still under investigation. A federal report in June said the safety of the material in that explosion, ammonium nitrate, falls under a patchwork of U.S. regulatory standards and guidance, a patchwork that has many large holes. The EPA does not regulate the chemical, and OSHA, which requires storing it separately from other combustibles, had not investigated the West plant since 1985.
Our hearts are out for the families that
Governor Rick Perry has said he's comfortable with the state's level of oversight, and the chairman of the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, which last inspected the plant in 2006, has said more environmental regulations would not have prevented the blast. Still, in June, state lawmakers tasked the state fire marshal's office with creating a website that would give people the tools to find out which sites might be near their homes.
I was shown pictures of facilities that you and I couldn't tell whether they had hay in it, chemicals, or stored old cars like I keep.
Part of the president's order today includes better coordination with state and local officials. He also wants to get regulations and standards up to date, and he also says the broad range of federal agencies dealing with those regulations should have a better way to share information. His order says agencies have 90 days to come up with a plan. Josh Hinkle, KXAN News.
Josh, thank you. KXAN has investigated several facilities holding ammonium nitrate near Austin and in the Hill Country. There are 6 of them, many near Georgetown and Taylor. There's also a feed and fertilizer company located in San Saba. You can take a look at that map and at all of our investigations into violations at the facility that exploded in West. That's on KXAN.com.
And for the town of West, moving forward will be quite tough. FEMA denied them a major disaster declaration. Today, Texas Senator John Cornyn called for help now, saying the president's order does nothing to help their suffering. Tonight at 10, we'll have an in-depth look at how the people of West are trying to rebuild their lives.